Have you ever wondered why the mighty men of David were so extraordinary? Some scholars suggest they could be descendants of the Nephilim giants, known for their immense strength and prowess. This theory adds a fascinating twist to the biblical narrative, raising questions about the origins of these legendary figures. Could there be a connection between these mighty men and the ancient giants? It's a thought-provoking mystery that continues to captivate scholars and enthusiasts alike. You see, in the days of ancient Israel, when David, who slew the giant Goliath, when he was still a teenager, ruled Israel. David was a man of courage and faith, chosen by God to lead his people. But even a great king needs mighty warriors by his side. These were David's mighty warriors, a group of 37 men who fought with him through countless battles and emerged as heroes of the land. So, before I talk more on the mighty men, let me refresh your mind on the origin of giants in the Bible, and what made some scholars feel that the mighty men of David may have the blood of giants running in their veins. Unbeknownst to most readers, the Bible contains references to its giants rather frequently. Giants were once said to have wandered the globe before the deluge, according to Genesis 6 verse 4. Some interpret the verse to mean that giants descended from angels who married human women, giving birth to giants as a result. Giants do not reappear in Genesis before the deluge, but they occur afterward in the Bible. According to references to giants made after the flood, there were enormous nations, including the Ems, the Zamzummims, and the sons of Anak or Anakim, Numbers 33 verse 13, Deuteronomy 2 verses 10 to 11 and verse 20. Names of particular giants are mentioned in later references. Examples include Goliath, 1 Samuel 17 verse 4, Ishbi-benob, 2 Samuel 21 verse 16, Saph, 2 Samuel 21 verse 18, Og, king of Bashan, Deuteronomy 3 verse 11, Joshua 12 verses 4 and 13 verse 12, and Lami, Goliath's brother, 2 Chronicles 20 verse 5. Because the Israelite heroes defeat them and demonstrate God's involvement in their victories, the Bible makes note of these giants. These giants differed in size. The height of the pre-flood giants is not mentioned in Genesis, but the size of the post-flood giants is suggested. Og had a 9-cubit-long bed. An accurate measurement is not what a cubit is. It is the length of a forearm, measured from the elbow to the middle fingertip. A cubit is roughly 18 inches, 44 centimeters. However, the ancients sometimes occasionally employed a long cubit, measuring 21 inches, 52 centimeters. Accordingly, Og's bed measured between 13.3 feet, 4.05 meters, to 15.72 feet, 4.8 meters. 6 cubits tall, or between 9 and 10.5 feet, 2.7 and 3.2 meters, was substantially lesser than Goliath, 1 Samuel 17 verse 4. Some giants had distinct disfigurements that are mentioned in the Bible. The Apocrypha go into far greater information about them than the Bible does about the giants. The background information on the angels, also known as Watchers, and their marriages to human women can be found in the books of Enoch and Giants. It also sheds some light on the nature of the giants. The giants mentioned in the book of Enoch were gigantic, with a height of almost 137.16 meters, 450 feet. According to Enoch, the giants were vicious, destructive creatures that ate people when they ran out of food. It is said that they had sex with animals and even consumed one another's flesh. Later, a civil war broke out among the giants, severely diminishing their numbers. According to the book of Enoch, one of Noah's flood's goals was to annihilate the giants. God dispatched Leviathan to destroy the giants and their progeny who survived the deluge, according to the book of Giants. Only the enormous Ohiah, who defeated Leviathan, lived. God then dispatched Raphael, the archangel, to murder Ohiah. Some of the slain giants continued to exist as bad spirits on earth rather than being sent to a place of punishment. Now, the book of Enoch states that in the early days of the earth, when humanity had grown and multiplied, beautiful daughters were born to the people. The angels, known as the children of heaven, saw these lovely daughters and desired them. They said to one another, "Come, let us choose wives from among the daughters of men and have children with them." Semjaza, the leader of the angels, spoke to the others with concern. I fear you will not agree to this plan, and I alone will bear the punishment for this great sin." But the other angels reassured him, saying, "Let us all swear an oath and bind ourselves to this plan. We will not abandon it but will follow through together." So, they all swore an oath and bound themselves to it with mutual promises. There were 200 angels in total, and they descended to the earth in the days of Jared. They landed on the summit of Mount Hermon, which they named after the oath they had sworn and the bond they had made. And so, the angels chose their wives from the daughters of men, setting in motion events that would change the world forever. The angels, along with their leaders, took wives from among the daughters of men. Each angel chose a wife for himself and began to be with them, defiling themselves. They taught their wives charms, enchantments, and the art of cutting roots, making them knowledgeable about plants. Soon, the women became pregnant and gave birth to great giants, who were incredibly tall, reaching heights of 3,000 ells. These giants consumed all the resources and food that men had gathered. When men could no longer provide enough sustenance for the giants turned against them and began to devour mankind. The giants' sins grew worse. They started to harm birds, beasts, reptiles, and fish, even eating each other and drinking blood. The earth itself cried out against the lawless actions of these giants, and the angels who had caused such chaos. David's mighty warriors were known as the Jibrim in Hebrew, which means the mighty. They were not just any soldiers, they were the elite, the special forces of their time. Their tales are recorded in the Hebrew Bible, specifically in 2 Samuel 23 verses 8 to 38 and 1 Chronicles 11 verses 10 to 47. These men were divided into two groups, the 3 and the 30. Though the text states there were 37 individuals, it remains unclear if this number includes both groups or just the 30. Nonetheless, both the 3 and the 30 were highly esteemed and significant. Among the 3, the mightiest was Joshua-Basshebeth, a Tachmonite. He once raised his spear against 800 men in a single battle and defeated them all. His bravery and skill in combat were unmatched, earning him a place of great honor among David's warriors. Next was Eleazar, son of Dodai the Ahohite. He stood firm with King David against the Philistines when the rest of the Israelite army fled. Eleazar's hand grew tired and froze to his sword, but he continued to fight until the victory was won. His unwavering loyalty and strength made him a legend among his comrades. The third of the 3 was Shammah, son of Agi the Hararite. When the Philistines gathered at Lehi, Shammah stood alone in a field of lentils, defending it from the enemy. He held his ground, and with the help of the Lord, he routed the Philistines, saving the field and his people from defeat. The 30, though more numerous, were no less remarkable. Each warrior had his own story of valor and devotion. Among them was Abishai, brother of Joab, who was the leader of the 30. Abishai once raised his spear against 300 men and killed them, earning a name alongside the 3, though he was not officially one of them. Benaiah, son of Jehoiada, was another renowned warrior. He performed many great deeds, including striking down Moab's 2 mightiest warriors. On a snowy day, he went into a pit and killed a lion. He also defeated a giant Egyptian with a mere club, taking the Egyptian's own spear to kill him. David set Benaiah over his bodyguard for his extraordinary feats. Asahel, brother of Joab, was swift-footed as a wild gazelle. He pursued the enemies of Israel with such speed and determination that he became one of David's most trusted warriors. Despite his young age, his courage and speed were unmatched on the battlefield. Among the 30 were also heroes like Elhanan, son of Dodo from Bethlehem, Shammah and Elika from Harod, Helaz the Paltite, Ira, son of Ikesh from Tekoa, Abiezer from Anathoth, and many others, each with their own tales of bravery. These men were more than just soldiers. They were brothers in arms, bound together by their loyalty to King David and their faith in God. They fought not for glory or riches but to protect their people and uphold the Lord's will. Through their strength and courage, they brought peace and prosperity to Israel. David's mighty warriors were a testament to what can be achieved through faith, bravery, and unity. Their stories, though ancient, continue to inspire and remind us of the power of standing together against all odds. In their time, they were the shield and sword of Israel, the defenders of the kingdom, and the heroes of the people. And so, the legacy of David's mighty warriors lives on, a shining example of heroism and devotion for all generations to come. Their names may fade with time, but their deeds will forever be etched in the annals of history, reminding us of the incredible strength and courage that lies within the human spirit. Thank you for your support.